Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Oberoi Realty Q2 FY22 earnings conference call. We have with us today on the call Mr. Oberoi, the Chairman and Manager of the company, and Mrs. Tamil Daru, Director of Finance of the company. Please note that this call will be for 30 minutes, and for the duration of this conference call, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode. This conference call is being recorded and the transcript for the same may be put up on the website of the company. After the management discussion, there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions. Should anyone need assistance during the conference call, you may signal the operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone telephone. Before I hand the conference over to the management, I would like to remind you that certain statements made during the course of this call may not be based on historical information or facts and may be forward-looking statements, including those relating to general business statements, plans, strategy of the company, the future financial condition, and growth prospects. The forward-looking statements are based on expectations and projections and may involve a number of risks and uncertainties and other factors that could cause actual results, opportunities, and growth potential to differ materially from those suggested by such statements. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Oberoi, the Chairman and Managing Director of the company. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you as per the time zones from which you have logged in, and welcome to the conference call Q2 FY 2022 results and business updates. Thank you all for taking time to attend this call. I hope your family and you are doing well and keeping yourself safe. Before I begin, I would like to share a few updates. I'm sure most of you would have gone through our press release and would have seen that we launched our next phase of Elysium project at Oberoi Garden City on 28th of October. We received an overwhelming response from our customers and clocked in 787 crores of gross booking. The transaction is now for both ongoing phase of Elysium and our completed projects, Esquire, Exquisite, continue to be equally strong. Our Sky City project crossed a cumulative booking value of 4,000 crores with a total area sold in excess of 2.5 million square feet. Mulund also continued its upward trajectory with Eternia and Enigma together crossing a cumulative booking value of 2,200 crores with a total area sold in excess of 1.5 million square feet. The sale growth across all our projects make us feel very optimistic, both the overall demand environment, the volume recovery, along with the supply side consolidation, and also our ability to deliver quality gives us immense confidence for the upcoming launches. I would also like to let you know that going forward, we would like to make our interaction more focused, and we will be opening the floor for question and answers straight away. With this, I will let the question and answer queue assemble, and I will be happy to address your individual questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Anyone who would like to ask a question, please press star and 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Puneet from HSBC. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much and congratulations on great booking. Clearly shows that there's a lot of demand for your product. My question is on 360 Degree West. We were expecting a similar performance there. That didn't happen. What's happening there? If you can give more color.
Hi Puneet, thanks for the compliment firstly. We are waiting for occupation certificate to happen for 360 West, and then we will start sales there. I am hoping that it should happen within the next 30-45 days. Once that happens, you will see the momentum there also. We have so much inquiry, and there is absolutely no resistance on price on that product. The product is absolutely complete now, and many of them are doing their interior finishing. So once we have OC, which, like I said, is another 30-45 days away, you will see similar, sales trajectory there as well.
Okay. And second, any update on Thane launch?
So, we were hoping to launch Elysium more like September, but that happened in October. Now we are hoping that we will be able to launch Thane before December. So within this quarter, fingers crossed, everything ready, our plans are ready, just waiting for a few final approvals, and then we'll get cracking on that.
Right. I'll come back in the queue, but last question, any thoughts on price increases in your Goregaon project, since there is a great amount of traction there?
So if you would have noticed, the second phase has already begun with higher pricing, and there is absolutely no resistance on the price bit. We've been able to push prices up by 500 and 1,000 rupees a square foot basis, the view and other things. And not only that, we've increased the price even in Tower A. So to answer your question, it's imperative not only for me but most developers, because the input costs are going up, and whoever does not increase price, it'll be very difficult for them to deliver the project. So, I really would want to know how they would manage to deliver the project without increase of price. Given the fact that, input costs are going up, commodity prices are going up, and, we are likely to hit hyperinflation. So we are for, that price adjustment. I wouldn't even call it price increase. It's just, the increase in input cost needs to be passed on.
Understood. Thank you so much, and all the best. I'll come back in the queue.
Thanks, Puneet.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parikshit Concall from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, Vikas. Congratulations on a great phenomenal sales in the phase 2. So my first question is, last time you had said that business development on the redevelopment side, you're setting up a team and you're also looking to hire a non-MMR CEO. So any update on that?
Sorry, I completely missed your question. Can you repeat that question again, please?
You said the last call, you said that you're looking to build a business development team, a separate business development team for redevelopment projects. And you're also looking to hire a non-MMR CEO for... Correct. So any updates?
Yes. Thank you. So we have, we are close to closing somebody. We have hired somebody rather, but we are serving their notice period and so on and so forth. So we would wait for that to happen. I mean, all companies have 3 months notice and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's happening as we speak.
Okay. And the second question was on HBS Realty project. So any update there? How's the progress going on, and when do you think that project can be brought into the market?
Sorry, come again. I think your voice is blurring a little. I'm not able to hear you very clearly.
Yeah, Vikas, is it better? Hello?
Better, yeah, a little better.
Yeah. So I was asking that on the HBS project, the Safe Sky Society, so any update on that? How's the progress there, and when do you expect to launch that project?
HBS is a complex project. There are a lot of layers. I mean, unfortunately for us, the society has signed as a co-promoter, and they've also mortgaged their property to the banks, and that needs to be sorted out before we can move any further on that. And we knew that there is a little bit of air in the property, but not so much. So obviously we are treading cautiously. Luckily, we haven't put any money in the project, but we want to make sure that whatever we take, we can deliver. So few surprises, but like I said, that we haven't invested monies in it. Continue to work towards cleaning it up and ensuring that whatever can be done to do the project is being done. And here again, we have 192 members who need to understand that they have in turn, created a lot of, I would say, hurdles in their own development, like by doing these two things. So we have to tread very cautiously on that.
So, but we continue to remain in the project, right? So we're trying to clean up and get it going.
We continue. It's a two-party, effort. It can't be singularly at our end. I mean, the project needs to be viable for it to be, paying off whatever had been created by the erstwhile developers. So we continue to look at it, but like I said, that it'll need both the society and us to ensure that this is sorted out.
Okay, Vikas. Thanks. Those were my questions. Thank you.
Thanks.
And all the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Samir Hussain from Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Vikas,
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes. Just talking about the pricing environment, how are you thinking about other sites, more specifically Borivali, Mulund and Worli as well?
On the pricing front, Borivali, we are continuing to maintain pricing. We have enough margin there. So is Mulund. And in Worli, like I said, that we were able to, we feel that we are able to push the prices higher. One, there is hardly any competition. The product is ready. Once we have OC, we will be able to command that price. So this is where we are on the three projects on pricing.
Okay, so you are not thinking of taking any price hike in Mulund or Borivali?
Not really. Not in Mulund and Borivali. We are continuing to maintain the pricing. And in fact, if you see in Goregaon, we had started Elysian Tower A much lower than the existing product. And we didn't have any supply, almost any supply left in Esquire. So the first project that will get ready is now, 3-4 years away in Goregaon. And people realize that. So at one end, there is a huge, traction on the ready product. Booking also has to be doing well. What, we tried to communicate in our press release was that between January and October, we were able to sell 2,700 crores worth inventory in one single location, and this is a very big high. By the time we finish this year, I mean, if things go well, we could probably be crossing 3,000 crores in one calendar year out of one project. And that genuinely gives us the confidence that going forward, ORL can actually achieve significant numbers when all these projects start, really throwing numbers, including Thane. I mean, we want to set ourselves up for the volume game in all these projects. I mean, even in NCR, I mean, our idea is that each project should ideally give us 1,000 crores. And as the project progresses, it should actually end up giving us anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 crores. So this is what really our effort is all about. And we want to tell the market or demonstrate to the market that, like the run rate at which, we were originally envisaging the 500 and the 800 crore every year out of single project can really be pushed. It may not be to 3,000 crores, but certainly to 1,500 and 2,000. And we now have that belief and aspiration to do that in other projects. And so that's really the idea.
Okay, great. And just one more question, and that is on the balance sheet. How do we see next 12 to 18 months in the sense that if you keep in mind the construction cost, the capex for mall and office, etc., do you think the residential cash flows is going to be sufficient to fund that, or do you think the leverage is going to go up over this time period?
So as far as the office goes, we already have debt in place, and it's a long-term debt. It's to be repaid in 11 years. It's sub 9%, so it's really cheap, and it's easily taken care of the rentals that we have already committed. We have been committed by our tenant, so that's absolutely no issue. The residential cash flow will certainly take care of its own development. That's one. We also want to use the residential cash flows in buying new land parcels. Our strategy has always been that we hypothecate the receivables of these ready assets to banks, take money and buy a land parcel, like what we did in Thane. So, Esquire cash flows literally funded the entire acquisition of Thane. And once Esquire sales are done, Thane will literally be sitting, free of debt on ORL, which is amazing, and it'll start throwing cash for itself. Similarly, we'll have, enough receivables out of Mulund and Borivali once these projects are ready. So we can even do the same thing there and use that cash flow. So going forward, I don't see, any additional debt or rather any big debt. All the growth will very easily be managed out of the cash flows that come in. A few top up here and there, again, because we are building these, annuity assets, they do get built at the back of certain debt, but otherwise we don't need. Look at Elysium, 750 crores, anywhere between 35 and 40% of cash will come to us. A lot of these are construction-linked sales, so that money will come in, and it kind of takes care. A and B have taken care of all 5 towers, literally, of Goregaon, and then imagine the inventory that will get ready. Even if, let's say, one doesn't sell, but that's not the idea. The idea is like to continue to sell, so this is how it is.
Okay, good.
They're very conservative, nothing surprising for anybody, We aren't changing our strategy at all as such. I think the aggression will come more out of sales, which you saw in Elysium and other projects, and that's exactly what we want to stick to.
Okay, got it, Vikas. Very helpful. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Samar Sarda from Axis Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening and congratulations.
Hi, Samar.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Oberoi. Hope all's well.
Good evening, Samar.
Mr. Oberoi, I had a couple of questions. One, on the 360 West, I understand the project is converted from 1991 DCR to 2034. So if that's the case, any approval-related payments were done in quarter 2 or quarter 3?
So, thank you, Samar. Thanks for asking that. Yes, we have converted our project from 1991 DCR to 34, which means we have taken all the earlier approval areas that were free of FAR into FSI, and we have made the requisite payment before August, because that was one window where we were getting to pay at the discounted price. So that's been done. And this is why we thought, that because we are now gold plating the project so much, why not wait until OC and then, sell these in the market.
Fair enough, thanks. And the second question was with regards to Elysium, like you've sold roughly 46-47% of Tower A and now 40% of Tower B. I understand most of the units sold in Tower B are 4 BHKs. So any likelihood of the next tower happening in this fiscal, or you would want to push it next fiscal that you've seen so much demand right now?
If you see Tower A, we did sell similar numbers, and then literally in the next 6 months, double that sale also. So when we started Tower A also, we had similar numbers, and then, the sales continued. We are hoping that Tower B also, the sales will continue. And we have Thane in our hand. We've got to take momentum in 360 West. We will probably be launching another tower in Borivali, because again, Borivali is also doing well. We've got higher floors of Mulund that will come into play and all that. So not really. I mean, we will not launch another tower in this financial year for sure. But we have many other launches lined up, and we'll keep our company busy with that.
Great. And just one last question, if I may. Now that the market is improving, like a lot are not doing well or also trying to sell stock probably much cheaper. So do you think this will affect like land deals you're looking at, either with like developers whose projects are stuck, or even with landlords where like they're realizing that the market is going good, there might be price increase probably a year down the line, and hence land prices might go up a bit?
I don't know how many people will be in a position to buy land. Like I said earlier, that if developers don't factor in the increase in cost and continue to sell at the same prices, they were not able to make money then. I don't understand, with increase in cost and delay in and adding to the interest cost, how will they literally even deliver? So that is one question mark. And I would like for myself to know how all other developers are doing. People who have defaulted or not lived up to their word, are the customers going back to them? If the answer is no, then this really leaves very few of us. I mean, let's say 20 credible developers in India, to literally build all of India. And so given that, I don't see that land prices will go up, and one will have enough time to really look through and pick a good land parcel, pick a good seller, and only then do a deal.
Great. Thanks for this, and happy Diwali to your team and yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Samar. Happy Diwali to you and your family.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Kunal Lakhan from CLSA. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Vikas.
Hi, good evening.
Since we have made the hire for the CEO for the non-MMR market, there must be a solid plan here, right? So just want to understand how much capital do you plan to deploy in non-MMR projects, say, over the next 3 to 5 years, and how much do you think these markets will contribute in terms of sales? Also, like, do you think that the non-MMR projects would have the same margins as our MMR projects?
So firstly, we want to take a baby step. Step would be anywhere between 2 and 3 million square feet of one site. We want to build a team and then do it. We put a dot on 100 years. We want the company to live its lifetime and not mine or your lifetime or our lifetime. So we want to be very calculated. We want to be very conservative about this. We will take 1 or 2 projects at best. It won't be more than 2 to 3 million square feet. And, our investment will be less than 1,000 crores. And so that's the strategy, really.
Sure. And then what kind of ROIs would you expect from
again, even the NCR market, there are very few quality players. Again, it's out of good quality players. And we feel that people really appreciate the fact that, this is a professional company that has delivered quality and in time. I think we will be able to get the desired premium and similar margins that we get anywhere in Mumbai.
Sure, that's helpful. Secondly, any update on the leasing demand for Commerce 3, and also any update on the REIT plans for our rental portfolio?
Yes, sir. We'll call you back in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we lost the line from Mr. Oberoi. Request you to please hold while we reconnect him. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold the line while we reconnect Mr. Oberoi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Oberoi reconnected. Over to you, sir.
Hi, sorry. Can you repeat your question, please?
Yes, so because I was asking was basically we are seeing some improved sentiments around inquiries for office spaces. So if you can give us an update on the leasing demand for Commerce 3, and a related question is any update on the REIT plans for a rental portfolio.
Okay. So firstly, the good news is that there is no cancellation or there is no, our existing leads continue to be strong. That's the positive. We continue to now get inquiry for new offices for Com 1 and Com 2. That again is a positive. As far as Com 3 is concerned, we haven't started marketing. It's a little too early. We are in the process of creating a show office, and so that we can explain to people how this is going to eventually look. And I must say that it's really, really coming out well. We're now, I think, on the 17th, on the 18th level, and we are doing our external facade, and the building is really looking gorgeous. So I don't see any problem there. As far as REIT goes, we want to have our critical mass, and only then we will do that. Until then, we'll continue to add it to our income of ORL as a rental portfolio, like what we do.
Sure. Just to follow up on that, by when, at what stage would you open Commerce 3 for leasing?
So again, we haven't proactively done that, but maybe, probably either beginning of next year or probably first quarter financial year, something like that.
Okay, sure. Thanks so much, and wish you a very happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pritesh Sheth from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Hi, Pritesh.
Hi, Vikas. Hi, Vikas. Thanks for the opportunity. So first question is on the capex that we have done this quarter as well. Last quarter, I think we have somewhat around 700 crore of payments for FSI and commercial capex. This quarter, we are seeing similar numbers. So just a bit of detail into that, and what is the expectation for this year? How much we would be spending?
So, can I let Somil take this offline with you, because these are details, but I'll let Somil take that separately with you.
Yeah, Pritesh, Somil here. Can we discuss some of this subsequent to the call?
Yeah, sure. No problem. And with regards to the society redevelopment, I think since you have taken one project, Shiv Sahi, where you have...
Hello.
Mr. Sheth, we cannot hear you.
I have again lost him.
I think we have lost him, sir. So,
all right, we'll move to the next question.
Yeah,
the next question is from the line of... Sorry. The next question is from the line of Amandeep Singh from Ambit Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, hi, sir. So, because firstly on your Mulund projects, so as these projects witnessed healthy traction in 2Q, we note that there has been some impact on pricing versus the last couple of quarters. So firstly, can you help us with your thoughts on the same? And also in October month, we note that the shade developers had launched a project next to yours, which witnessed a healthy traction during the same month. So consequently, if you could give us some sense on how has been the last month for you?
So, for us, last month has been exceptional. In fact, in all projects, you will see it in our next quarter, number one. Number two, there is no reduction in price in Mulund. if at all, these must be lower floor flats sold, and hence, you would see a lower number, but there is no reduction in price. And, none of these sales have affected our velocity in Mulund. So we've done really well. We continue to do well. And again, the clubhouse is almost complete. Show apartments in the building are complete, and people are now going there and really seeing the difference in quality that we have brought in. And you'll see that. I mean, and our apartment sizes are also very different from what State is offering.
Sure. That's helpful. And secondly, you indicated your plans of outside Mumbai. So just a continuation on that. Will it be possible to give us some sense on what would be the business model, like land purchase or JV, JDA initially?
So, we prefer doing land purchase, and we would like to stick to that. Even if it's a JD, then it will be only area in return. We don't want to, have a very complicated relationship with landowners. We would rather value the property and give them area in return and be done with it. We don't want to do any other model.
Sure. Thank you. And just lastly, on the commercial bit, will it be possible to help us understand how has been the physical occupancies at your assets currently, and any sense on the fresh lease-ups at, say, Commerce, etc., picking up?
So physical has been good. I would say most offices are working anywhere between 50 and more % of people walking in. I see now like our office is working like a regular office. I think most people are now going back to office, and I mean, this is exactly what is very heartening. I feel we saw a big offtake in residential. The next in line is commercial, and which is not too far away. You'll see similar stories. People back to office with a vengeance.
Sure. Thank you. All the very best and happy Diwali. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Diwali to you as well.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, that was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vikas Oberoi for closing comments.
Thank you everyone for taking time out for this call. We take your feedback very seriously. We really like interacting with you. I hope you like this new format, which is really focused on question and answers instead of, we giving you a commentary. Thank you again. I wish all of you a very happy Diwali and a prosperous new year ahead. Thank you again. That's it.
Thank you. On behalf of Oberoi Realty Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.